What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be hanging out and we're going to work through a little project here of going from a horizontal video to a vertical video that's shorter that I want to use for some shorts or TikToks. So what I have already done is published a video about AirPod Pros, about these guys right here, and how you can get the best sound possible out of these and what settings to adjust on your iPhone. So what I'd like to do is take the 4 points I had and make those into shorter vertical videos. So I was gonna do it real quick, but I figured, you know what? Why don't we hang out together here? We're gonna work through this. Maybe you'll get some tips and tricks out of it, and we'll see how it goes. So I haven't really done any prep for this. I'm just gonna jump into the project that I already created, and we're gonna go ahead and create the vertical video. Now, there's lots of different ways we can do it, but I've got some ideas, and let's just see how this works out. So, jumping into Resolve, let's go. So jumping into DaVinci Resolve here, this is the project that I did. This is the full project, and you can see we've got several different markers right here with the 4 different points that I want to turn into vertical videos. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this, but what I'm going to do is start by making a copy of this timeline. So I'm going to come to my timeline, right-click in my media pool. We're going to say Duplicate Timeline. And I'm just going to rename it real quick. We'll call this tip number 1. And then I want to change it to a vertical format. So I'm just going to right click on here. We're going to go Timeline, Timeline Settings. I'm going to bring up our Timeline Settings window. And all I want to do is click this Use Vertical Resolution right here. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now we're going to go ahead and open up that timeline. I'm just going to swap timelines. If you don't see your multiple timelines right here, you could just click on your timeline view options. And right here, Display Stacked Timelines, that's going to allow you to see, have different tabs of timelines. So I could just click this drop down, click on AirPod Pro tip number 1, and now we're in the new timeline. So I think I want to start with right at the beginning. I want this to come all the way up to my first tip right here. So I'm just going to select everything that's after that. Actually, I'm going to make a cut right here, because I want to make sure that this clip on top is cut. I'm going to drag all this, or I could use Option or Alt-Y, and it'll select everything after the playhead, and I'm just going to move that down. I could just select these guys, grab them, and move them down as well. So now this is what I'm going to be working with for this particular vertical video that I want. So let's get started here and see what we've got. Let's just play through it and see how it's looking. So I do want to make this a little bit bigger here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a track. And let's just throw an adjustment layer on there. So I'm going to go to my effects, go to our effects, in our effects, grab an adjustment clip, drop that down on there. And the reason I'm adding this here is so that I can scale up the video of me without having to do all the individual clips. So now if I come onto the adjustment clip, open my inspector, I can scale this up to as big as I want. So one of the things I like about doing it this way is that I can just scale up everything at once with the adjustment clip. And then when I've got my text in areas like this, I can easily adjust it. And in this case, let's say maybe I want to move this text up to the top. So I'm just going to come to my settings. We're going to move that up, make it a little bit bigger, scale it up a little. All right, not too bad. I think that'll work. Let's continue to play through, see how it looks. Quality out of these little AirPod Pros right now. First thing, pop in your AirPod Pros. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your phone. You're going to go to settings. So right here, I know that I pulled up my phone on screen, and it's there, but we can't see it. So what I'm going to need to do, and actually it looks like I put my adjustment clip in the wrong spot. So I'm going to add another track. Going to move this track up and pull my adjustment clip down. There we go. Then I could delete this track right here. So let's try and stay a little organized here. Turn off my mixer, let's turn off my effects, make a little more room to work here. So now I could try, and I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try linking all these guys together so they move together. I'm going to do that. I'm going to right click and say link clips. So now if I select one of them, hopefully they all move over together. All right, they do, but because of how I set up the file there, it's a little weird. It's not working out exactly how I want. So I'm just going to right click, unlink these clips. So the iPhone looks like it's in a good spot, but let's grab all of the actual screen recording from my phone. And now I'm going to just move that over until it fits in the iPhone there. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I would say that's good enough. Play through a little bit of it. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your phone. You're going to go to Settings, then go down to Accessibility. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Go through the video there. You can see the phone good. Scroll through. audio setup, go through the process there and set up your own custom settings. All right, so I think that's pretty good. I think that'll work, actually, you know. Now, the only thing to think about is, do I like the way the beginning is looking here, right? With me not full screen and, you know, you don't have kind of like a blurred background there. So we could just create that real quick. There's a few ways that we could do that. Let's go ahead and add another track. Actually, undo that. I do have a tool that might help. Let's try it here. So if I go to my effects library and I go to my effects, scroll down to the bottom, I have one called R Visual Real Buddy. So if I drop that on the clip, let me just see if that does anything. So that's going to automatically put in some effects for us there. I like that. It kind of works out pretty good. But I should be able to adjust a whole bunch of stuff there, and for some reason I can't. So I don't know why that is. So I'm not going to use that. But that's kind of the effect I think that we want, is that blurred background there. So let me just delete that effect. And maybe we could just throw something else in the background there, right? So let me add a track. I'm going to move this down. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Let's just grab something like, we could do anything that's already pre-made here in Resolve. We got the disc wall. That's kind of cool. I like that. Or we could do cosmic lines and just make it kind of, not too bright in the background. The hexagon glow, I kind of like that. So let's drop the hexagon glow in there. We're going to extend this out. Maybe I want the pattern to be a little bit smaller here. So let's see if we can change the scale of that. Change the size, drop back the opacity a little bit. Come back to our generator settings, play with that a little. AirPod Pros sound pretty good, but as an audio guy here, I want them to sound even better, and pull up some settings there, and you do too. I'm going to show you how you can get the best sound quality. All right, I'm going to put these back, the decay rate, intensity, all these things. Just put them back, and I'm going to boost up the seed rate a little bit, the animation speed, and I think that's kind of cool. Let's drag it back to the very beginning here. AirPod Pros sound pretty good, but as an audio guy here, I want them to sound even better, and you do too. I'm going to show you how you can get the best sound quality out of. All right, maybe I want to change my text here to be, what do I want to say here? Get better audio quality. Let's say AirPods Pro, better audio quality. Okay, that looks good to me. AirPod Pros. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your phone. I don't know, I'm still undecided on whether I like the way that looks or not. I kind of want myself to be like full screen there. So what if I just zoomed it up? AirPod Pros sound pretty good, but as an audio guy, zoom it in. AirPod Pros sound pretty good, but as an audio guy here, I want them to sound even better, and you do too. All right, let's get rid of the zoom in on the talking head there. AirPod Pros sound pretty good. So we're gonna make these the same zoom scale, 2.13. I'm looking up here in my inspector. Up here, 2.13. Looks good, maybe scoot it over just a little bit that way. 31, I'm gonna do that to the same first clip, minus 31, so it looks the same. See how that looks? AirPod Pros sound pretty good, but as an audio guy here, I want them to sound even better, and you do too. I'm gonna see if we move our text up a little bit here, kind of get it off my head just a touch. Move it up. Up, that's the wrong thing. Make sure I got the right thing selected. Text up just a little bit bigger. Pretty good. Make sure we got our shadow controls on. And in case you guys were wondering, this title here is actually a Whip title, Jake Whip. He's got awesome templates and all that stuff. I use them all the time. So I'm just gonna come in here. We're gonna crank up my shadow. You can change the softness a little bit there if we want. Boom, looks good. Go with that. All right, and this last one, I'm actually gonna copy and paste the same settings. So I'm just gonna come to my clip, Control C or Command C, Option or Alt V. Get our box, we want to paste our attributes, I want to paste all of them, boom. Here's what it looks like. First thing, pop in your AirPod Pros. Next, all right, where is that zoom coming from? So that's a dynamic zoom I had on there, I'm gonna turn that off. Pop in your AirPod Pros. Next, you want to go, all right, so now we're looking at the phone and we're actually going through the phone settings, so I don't need to see me in here anymore. So I'm gonna come to all of these clips of me and make sure we're just on the phone for all of them. Yep, looks like it. And I'm just gonna turn off the portions of me. So I'm going to select those clips. I'm going to change the opacity to 0. And then I want to drag out the hexagon there. So we got that in the background because I think it's kind of cool. So we're going to leave that there. Boom. And that's pretty much it. I think that's all I'm going to really be doing here, because then we'll look at the phone as I go through the settings. And then is there anything I want to put at the end, or maybe just leave it as nothing? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what I said at the end. So that is 4 different ways you can take your AirPod Pros here and get better quality audio out of them. Now, there are some other headphones that are better that I'll talk about in another video. If you want to learn how to edit your audio, I'm actually DaVinci. You can check out some of my videos on how to edit. Hey, maybe I'll throw in this part, right? If you want to learn how to edit your audio. So let's come back here. I'm just going to select all that. Oh, that was selected. All right. I'm going to do Command or Control C. We're going to bring this back. I'm just going to pop this on at the end. We're already over a minute anyway, so I don't even know if that matters for shorts and all that anymore anyway. So Command or Control V, not paste attributes. Sorry, Command or Control V, not Alt. And then I'm going to just bring these guys back. So let's see how that looks. So if I play through, what do we get here? Through the process there and set up your own custom settings. If you want to learn how to edit your audio, I'm actually a DaVinci Resolve audio guy. So I do have a logo. Oh, there we go. Certified trainer. Bring that in. Put that right about there. Let's see how that looks. If you want to learn how to edit your audio, we're going to zoom in myself here. Gonna move up the DaVinci Resolve logo a little bit. Just kind of talking through it, telling you guys what I'm doing here. Hopefully you're not too bored yet. And then on this clip and this clip, actually, let's see. I want to actually throw on some blanking fill. So I'm going to come over to my effects library, open effects. Let's come on down to, where are you? Where are you? Blanking fill, drop that on there, and that's going to blur out the background for me, and that's going to work out just great. That's how I like that. Zoom that. We don't want to, do we want to crop? I guess I could leave the crop at 0. That's fine. I want to do zoom to timeline. Oh, actually, I want to change this cropping because it would cut off the sides a little here, which is annoying, and I don't want to do that. Let's see. We can add in a little drop shadow there. Sure. I don't want to blend the edges, blur the background. I can blur that some more if I want. I can fade it back, but maybe I'll change the color to black just to kind of make it a little darker there. And let's play, see what we got. Your own custom settings. If you want to learn how to edit your audio, I'm actually a DaVinci Resolve audio guy. You can check out some of my videos on how to edit your own audio to make it sound the best you can. With that said, I will see you in the next video. Peace. All right, so let's just scale some of this down a little bit. I want to use the same settings from this clip, Command or Control C, and this clip. Option or Alt V, paste my attributes. I get my paste attributes window, apply. And now that should look the same. Good, good, okay. And then I've got my stick man here. He starts walking over, so let me move him over onto start walking on the screen here. Drag him over a little more so he's just starting to come on screen. Where is he? Oh. I will see you. Where are you at, boy? There he is. All right, and then our subscribe here. Let's shrink this down. Actually, let's just do something a little different here. Let's rotate this bad boy. Pull it down. Subscribe. Just leave it at that. Why not? Why not? I know, this is just experimenting. I'm just trying stuff, you know? I mean, who knows? Some settings. If you want to learn how to edit your audio, I'm actually a DaVinci Resolve audio guy. You can check out some of my videos on how to edit your own audio to make it sound the best you can. With that said, I will see you in the next video. Peace. All right, that's it. I think I'm just going to drag out the hexagon glow, because why not? So that once I disappear, you get the, hexagon glow under there. So right here, I'm just going to make a little cut, scale this up a little bit. All right, never mind on the hexagon glow. Change my mind on that. So I think we'll just leave this as it is. So that looks good enough to me. So now we're going to go ahead and render this particular one out, or at least set up the render settings. Then maybe I'll make all of them and then render them all out at once. So I'm just going to set an out point here. So that way we've got this portion of our timeline. I don't need to do any audio work because I just copied the timeline. Everything is already there. Color grade's already there. Everything's good to go. So let's go ahead and jump into the Deliver tab. I'm going to get a sip of coffee. You should always have some coffee while you're doing some editing because, I don't know, it's just something nice to have. Love me some coffee. All right, in the Deliver page here, I'm going to go to 1080 export for YouTube, which is a preset that I have. You can kind of see what I got here. I'm going to select a location to save this. And then looking down, I'm going to leave all this as it is. You can see I use an MP4 H.264, 1920 by 1080, vertical resolution, and everything else I leave the same. I did change quality to 4000. That's just typically what I use. I'm going to say add to the render queue here. Now, I don't know why up here, maybe it's just not seeing all the layers together. I'm not sure why. It's a little odd how it looks up here. I'm not sure why that is, but let's just go ahead and render it, and we'll just double check that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and hit render. And then we're going to wait and have a little bit more coffee. And then we're going to go work on the other ones right in the same timeline since we've already got that set. it should be fairly easy and fairly quick. So that render looks like it'll be all right, I think. And let's just move on to making the next one. So the next one here, the Apple Music method here is pretty short. So what I'm going to do is come over here. We're just going to make a cut, select my couple of pieces here, bring it back. And I think I'm going to grab the same intro, you know? I'm just going to kind of stack it all up in the same timeline here because, I don't know, why not? All right, we're just trying to do this quick and easy. So if I come in and I grab my first bunch of clips here, just going to copy them. Just going to window them all down. Command or Control C, paste insert. And I'm just going to drag these back into place. Got our beginning, which I know is okay. I forget to copy one clip right there. Looks like I did. So we're just going to grab this guy, Option or Alt, click, hold, and drag to copy it over. Boom, drop it in there. What's up with this hexagon glow? Something's out of whack with that. Looks weird. So I'm just going to come back to generators and grab another hexagon glow and drop that in there. Because I don't know what's going on with that. Pull that out a little bit. Let's see, where's our scale at? Scale it down like that. Looks pretty good. Zoom it in. Looks like we've got a little space here in the timeline. So I'm just going to click that gap, hit delete. See what we got. The second method here to make that audio sound even better, again, grab your phone, go to set. So right here, I want to make a cut because I want to bring in the phone. So I'm going to bring this over here, bring over the phone. I'm going to grab my two clips of the actual screen recording of the phone. We're going to bring them over, drop it on in there. Looks pretty good. And then in this case, I'm actually going to make a cut on the clip of me so I can fade that out, disable that. I don't think I need to be in it anywhere else here. Disable this one, or not disable actually. I don't want to disable because then I lose my audio too. So I actually want to come here and drop the opacity. And I forgot to scale my window right. So now my window's scaled right. Go to my next clip, drop the opacity. Make a little more space on the screen here. Click on music and you can come down here to the audio section and click on the audio sound even better. Again, grab your phone, go to settings, scroll down to apps at the bottom. If you use Apple Music, this is for you. Scroll down to music, click on music, and you can come down here to the audio section and click section on the EQ, and you can choose the EQ that works best for you or that you think sounds the best. For me personally, I like rock. That's going to boost the low ends a little bit for you, the bass and low ends. It's going to increase the high end just a little bit, and it's maybe cause a little drop in the mid-range there. So that's the kind of sound that I like to go for, but try these out, see what you like. You can play through your music, and these are going to make a difference in helping these guys sound better. All right, now let's see if I can grab the closing from the first one right here. So I'm just going to copy this. Copy, bring it to the end of my timeline here, or my second video, paste. Bring it back. Let's just see what this looks like here. And these are going to make a difference in helping these guys. DaVinci Resolve audio guy. You can check out some of my videos. Going to adjust myself on the screen here a little bit. I don't know why that's different than the first one. Let me come back here, take a look. Yeah, that's fine there. I don't know why that was different. Oh, and I copied over the hexagon glow, so let me just go ahead and we're going to undo that real quick. Redo, let's come up here, select our last few clips, but I don't want the hexagon glow. Copy that, come over here, paste, and we'll just drag this back. There we go. Zoom back in here, see how it's looking. The EQ that works best for you or that you think sounds the best. For me personally, I like rock. That's going to boost the low ends a little bit for you, the bass and low ends. It's going to increase the high end just a little bit. If you want to learn how to edit your audio, I'm actually a DaVinci Resolve audio guy. You can check out. There we go, drag that back. You can check out some of my videos on how to edit your own audio to make it sound the best you can. With that said, I will see you in the next video. Peace. I change this to add. Let's change that to normal. That's normal. And I don't want the hex in there. I will see you in the next video. Peace. There we go. I think that works out pretty good. I'm happy with that. What do you guys think? I think that'll work. And I'm just going to go ahead and redo the same process for the other two videos here. So you get the idea of kind of how I'm working through it. Just a fun little project. I didn't plan it. I'm just going through it and thinking, you know, off the top of my head, how are we going to do these things? But hopefully you guys got some good tips and tricks there on how to do these things. And then, you know, you could create different timelines. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you could do it. I just figured I'd sit down real quick, throw on the camera, and then you guys can work along with me here and see what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and why. So I don't know. Did you guys find this kind of video helpful? Do you want to see more things like this where I just work through the project? You can see my process, see how it works out, and just see what I'm doing and why, and I'll just kind of talk through what I'm thinking. I don't know. Is that helpful for you guys? Let me know, because if you are, I mean, I'm happy to make more videos like this. And yeah, so that's about wraps up this one. With that said, Going to drink some more coffee here, finish up these 2 edits, post them out on the shorts or the TikToks or the whatevers. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.